What's up, everyone? It's Thursday, October 13th, and welcome to Crash and Burn. I am your host. I'm Mike, and welcome you to the show. As usual, join us on gunchannels.com/crash and burn if you want to join in the live chat. Answer your questions. If you want to interact with the show, that's the best way to get involved with the show. Gunchannels.com/crash and burn. Otherwise, if you're listening to this via iTunes or after the fact, feel free to leave us some comments either on our Facebook page or right on the YouTube video. So let me welcome my usual crew to the show tonight. And why don't you turn that off over there?
Pushed.
You got it open over there.
How did I do that?
I don't know.
What the fuck? Fuck you,
Right.
YouTube.
Well,
that's gone now.
Welcome to the show there, Crash.
Yeah, shut up. It's been a day.
Yeah?
Yeah. You're a big part of the day.
Well, it's your fault.
It's never my fault. Ever.
Okay.
Am I supposed to help navigate this or not? Not yet?
Welcome to the show, Leah and Glenn.
Hi, guys.
You said her name right.
I did.
Yeah, but on there it's Len and Glee.
Len and Glia is much better. So.
It is.
Oh, so tonight we actually have a guest tonight, and I was thinking today that maybe we'd start going every week now that the weather's it gets darker, and we'll start pushing through the winter and do every week. Plus, drinking weekly is much better than every other week.
I agree.
Yeah.
I don't think we have anything like crazy on Thursday nights. I mean,
yeah, no. So
we don't watch like shows or anything.
No, we watch them after the fact. So, our guest tonight is Greg from Wolf Brigade Gym. He's local. Welcome to the show, Greg.
Hello, thank you.
Thanks for being on.
Thank you for having me.
So, like I said, jump over on gunchannels.com/crash and burn to interact with us. Most of us are very prepared for tonight. We have gear, we have stuff to talk about. We get a lot of good stuff. So let's get the party started, and I'll throw it over to Erica for our first news article of the night.
Okay, I didn't do anything like super political, hot topic-y because I'm sure we'll talk about a whole bunch of stuff that's been going on. But I did do something that is still pretty important. The federal court ruled that Uber and Lyft been going on. What the fuck are you doing now?
I had the same window open that you did.
Oh, you are like...
It was your fault. Go ahead.
Never my fault. So Uber and Lyft are now officially regulated different from taxis. Could you control that shit? Come on. Get on the ball. There we go. Okay. So the federal... it was brought to the federal level by the Illinois Transportation and Trade Association, and they basically said that the ride-hailing service drivers do not need special licenses for their services, and they're not required to have like regulated fares like regular taxi cabs. They also kind of compared Uber and taxi cabs like cats and dogs. So normally you have to get like your dog licensed, but you don't have to get your cat licensed, which, whatever. But the taxi cab drivers are a little furious about this because they have to pay like, I think it's $60,000 for their taxi medallion. Which,
no way.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
In New York City, it's $1 million.
Yep. And
Is it really?
they also have to take like $300 classes if they want to drive taxis and stuff. So what do you guys think? Do you think this is unfair to the taxi drivers, or do you think good, open up more free things like this coming in and have some competition between stuff?
No, I welcome the competition. I welcome moving forward, pushing technology forwards, like both socially and legitimate technology. What's going to happen when we have the Google unmanned cars just ferrying people around?
God,
Are the Uber and the Lyft people going to get mad all of a sudden?
Oh, probably.
They took our gerbs.
Yeah.
You know?
Uber's going to buy a bunch of them, and you're going to use an Uber app to summon a car that has no driver.
Exactly.
I mean, just in Rochester sense, the cabs here are horrible.
Yeah.
The drivers are sketchy. They're super expensive. They're
gross.
not reliable. They don't show up half the time. They suck.
Even though they're sketchy, though, they do have to be fingerprinted and such, where Uber drivers and Lyft drivers don't.
No, it's more about like just they portray themselves in a sketchy way, not so much that they are sketchy.
But I feel like Uber drivers are rated by Uber drivers are essentially Yelped by people.
Yes. Yes.
Which I feel like I can rely on more than like some sketchy cab company. #1 in the Rochester area.
Can you Yelp about your cab?
I'm sure you can Yelp the company.
Right.
Yeah, but that's kind of like...
Yeah, but the fact that it's all integrated in Uber and Lyft, like when you go to pull one up, you see if the dude's got like 1 stars, it says Uber rapey.
Right.
Yeah. Also, not having to hand cash over is super nice.
Yeah, I always hated cash whenever we took cabs, you know?
Always, I don't know.
Although most cabs have an actual credit card machine on them now anyways.
Yes. Yeah, a lot of them do.
Yeah.
A lot of them do. But I don't know. I think I've always... we ever take an Uber when we were anywhere where Uber was allowed?
I took Ubers with the 1776 guys at the Nashville NRA show last year. And it was fine. I mean, the people were... I was still weirded out, but they all seemed fine with it, so I just went along with it.
I know a lot of people are big fans of Uber.
We also
Not
had like
allowed
6.
here.
We also had like 5 or 6 dudes getting in one Uber, and what was this single Uber dude going to do? Take advantage of like 6 of us?
So that's a big deal, though. So they are officially regulated differently than taxi cabs.
Although, do you think an Uber driver will tell you how many girls are working in a specific strip club at any one time?
I thought that was an Uber driver. That wasn't an Uber driver. That was a cab.
No, the cabbies get paid by the strip clubs to bring people to them.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
totally a cabbie.
Yeah. They get kickbacks.
Remember
Backstory.
that's why all these strip
Oh, yeah.
clubs
I
out-
guess we could explain
left.
all you people here listening.
When we were in Vegas, we were at a strip club for various reasons, but the
Various reasons.
taxi
Not the
driver,
reason you'd think.
the taxi driver like whipped up in front of it and like came to a screeching halt and jumps out and asks how many girls are in the club.
Oh, not our taxi driver.
No,
we
no,
were
no.
we
That's
were
us
leaving.
asking.
We
No.
were leaving, and he was there asking for another group of people or something.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah,
they,
like he had like a minimum cutoff. Like it has to be at least
they wanted to make sure there was enough to handle the party that was coming in.
Which was like 3 dudes. Yeah.
And we weren't just leaving, we were fleeing.
We were fleeing.
Yeah, it was gross. It's not
So-
one of the better experiences. But anyway, what is Uber Black?
Uber
Yeah.
Black is nicer cars, like guys in suits driving like leather seated,
Like-
big, beautiful SUVs. Like big, nice Cadillac SUVs.
Oh, all
Actually,
right.
I heard the Uber people could actually make good money.
Everyone I've ever met is super nice.
I mean, I would like offer armed Uber protection.
They always give you bottled water.
They're not allowed to be armed.
I can be armed.
It's part of Uber's like contract with them that they're not allowed to be armed.
Yeah, well, Uber
I'd
does.
probably be
Yeah, well,
armed.
I would be.
wouldn't be the first time I've been fired from a job. Okay, we'd be fired from a volunteer job, but I guess that would be a first.
You've been fired. I've been fired. Everybody's fired.
I've
Right.
been fired.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a relief.
True. What am I doing?
So yeah, so I thought
here?
that was kind of cool. Like I said, not as like hot topicy and buzzwordy and
No, but you wanted to talk a little bit about the World War III that's impending.
well, there's so many things I want to talk about, but yeah, one I didn't know if one that was like a credible source. Two, then like if it is,
Oh, are you talking about the whole Putin's gonna nuke us if Hillary wins?
yeah.
Um,
And then
I
he also
read-
put out a statement telling all like foreign officials like to bring
So come back home. Bring your families back
bring
home.
your families back home. Is that like legit? I mean, is this a scare tactic? Is this
Russia does stuff like this every once in a while, and they're part of this. I read a thing about not about this, but about when Putin talks.
Mhm.
He talks to people in Russia. He's actually half of what he's saying is meant for us.
right?
So he's saying things like, "If Hillary wins, I'm going to nuke you," to dick with us.
No, and I get that.
Yeah.
But like you said the other day, you know, Russians don't consider themselves like Eastern Europeaners. They're Russian.
Yes.
They have their own brand of fucking crazy. Okay.
Yeah.
I know because we know a few. Okay. And they're good people, but they are their own brand of crazy. Okay.
Mhm.
So it's like, how far is this? Could this go? Are we literally like on the doorstep of like another Cold War?
World War III.
No, I think Russia would. Putin is, above all, he's very, very intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he has no intention of invading the U.S. or bombing the U.S. I think he wants to dick with us, so we're so preoccupied with our own shit that he can do whatever he wants in Eastern Europe and roll over Ukraine and anyone else that gets in his way without us doing anything about it because we're so preoccupied with if we're offended by stupid crap.
Okay, so then my next point then, so he's all like, vote Trump, vote Trump, vote Trump. So then are we supposed to vote Hillary?
No.
He doesn't care who gets elected.
No. Okay.
Yeah,
Like,
he doesn't
is
care.
it-
He just wants us to be divided.
Actually scared of Hillary's like foreign policy? Like she's a little bit more in the know than the Donald would be?
I don't think he's afraid of either of them, and that's probably the problem.
That is a big problem.
But yeah, he's smart enough to know that he's not going to invade the U.S., but he wants us all messed up so that he can do whatever he wants in Eastern
But we're
Europe.
already messed up. So, I mean,
Yeah.
we're worried over here about first of all, the two main candidates, which are a joke.
Yeah.
We're worried over here about rape culture. What is rape culture? What is that? I don't even know. Supposedly it's like I don't know. It's this new like term that women throw out there and be like, why are you part of this rape culture? And I don't even know what it is. Am I supposed to know because I am a woman?
I don't know. I don't know what it is either.
I don't know. I've never raped anyone.
Good.
I mean, the only thing I can think of is is it just I don't know, just to be able to defend yourself. But I don't get it.
Like I thought like so now women get offended if we get compliments? Am I being totally backwards thinking?
No, it's true. You can't, as a dude, it's nearly impossible to, you can't catcall or slap girls in the butts or grab them by their
You
pussy.
want to? I'm concerned here.
Oh man.
I'm just fucking around for anybody that's maybe confused by my antics here.
Oh, my computer's gonna die. I gotta shut it down. All right. But yeah, so I don't know. That was something else. There's just all these things that's going around, and I just see a lot of stuff on Facebook. And like I said, buzzwordy things are popping up here and there, and rape culture, and he can't like pussy, and I don't even know anymore. It just hurts my head a lot.
Yeah, at this point, I'm more concerned with watching very closely what's going to affect both us as a gun business and any of us and our friends as business owners, period.
We're screwed either way. We're in New York.
Yes. Yes, that's true.
The end.
The end.
Well, that was happy.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody. On that note.
All right. Well, let's do something a little more happy then before we jump back into ramblings. We'll.
Can we drink?
Oh yeah. Let's talk about what's everybody's drinking. Because we have Greg and we're interviewing a local Rochester business. Erica and I decided to grab some Black Button.
Ooh.
So it's actually quite tasty. It's the you've had some of their other stuff, right?
No, Leah.
Yes.
Okay.
You're echoey.
Is it us?
I think it's Mike.
Nope.
I had their lilac gin and it's delicious. Are we
Okay.
sorry? Can you hear me?
Mike was drinking.
I was drinking this delicious bourbon. So what are you guys drinking?
My liquor isn't great, but it was inexpensive, and I'm going to use it for a pumpkin pie tomorrow, so it doesn't really matter that it's not that good. It's called it's called Jeremiah Weed Strangely Delicious Libation of Whiskey and Spices.
Oh, I think I've had that.
It was $15, and it tastes like if you
Is that the sarsaparilla tasting stuff?
no, it kind of tastes like cheap spiced rum, but burny like whiskey.
All right.
So please tell me you're surprised feeding that pie to someone.
No, but I mean,
What?
whiskey pie.
Yeah.
Is this for the clam bake on Saturday?
No one
Yes.
needs to know.
So yeah, but I'm drinking it in tea, so it's not that bad because it just tastes like tea.
Oh, you didn't tell him what kind of tea it was.
It's pumpkin spice.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
I'm just drinking
Basic.
Redemption Rye whiskey and some water.
Yeah, that before?
I don't think you liked it. I liked it.
No, I didn't like it.
It's strong.
I don't love it.
The Black Button, I really, really like. It's really smooth.
Yeah.
I really do like it. I was hoping that I would, because they're local.
Have you guys been down there? Their little tasting room is really nice.
No, because every time we
No,
want to go,
we
it's
bought
Monday,
we bought tickets and never went.
and they're not open on Monday.
Monday is fun day.
Yes. Greg, are you drinking anything?
Yeah, this is vodka. This is all I drink because it looks like water and I can drink it at the gym.
That's fantastic.
That completely changes my outlook on the classes.
Yeah, I hope so. It should explain a lot now that you've been there for a minute.
Some of our people on gun channels are drinking.
Is it Greg's that's echoing?
Oh, maybe he's not wearing headphones.
That's why. Or hey, Greg, can you bump your volume down just like 2 notches?
We can hope so. Yep.
Okay. If you don't like do anything that we lose you.
No, yeah, we'll go through the interview and then Greg can mute himself and pop in when he needs to.
Okay.
That'll be
How's that? Is that better?
much better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot better.
Yeah.
Great. I'm a genius.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
So let's jump right into this. Let me open up your info here.
Everybody says it's you that's echoing, Mike.
It can't be me. No, there's no possible.
Mike does a lot.
I have all the
There's no possible way. There could be no possible way.
muted. Everything. You take those off. Can you hear me? Can you hear anything?
Yes, I can. You're talking right now. Because I hear your mouth talking.
Oh,
That's why.
Because you're in the same room.
No, I can't hear you through speakers.
Okay. Now that we've established that.
Anyway.
Okay. So let me open. You shut up, Magical. All right. Hang on, I'm going in. Ooh, that's nice.
It is you echoing.
Yeah, it's just you.
Yeah, nobody else is echoing but you, Mike. Use Erica's microphone.
Leah was just echoing.
Maybe we're all echoing.
You want to use my microphone?
There's nothing wrong with my microphone.
There you go. All right. Start your interview. Yeah.
Yeah, Glenn is echoey too.
Oh my God. Let's just do this.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So tonight's guest is Greg from Brigade. And Greg, I'm going to turn it over to you to do most of the speaking and tell us a little bit about your background and the gym, and give us your spiel on everything that you do.
Okay. So I've run small businesses since I was a kid, and they've all been kind of strange. I got into action sports and hardcore music when I was 11, 12 years old. So rode BMX, did that professionally for a while, booked hardcore shows and did all that stuff since I was young, and ended up moving to Long Beach, California in 1999. Got involved with a great gym, lots of law enforcement guys, military. Ended up being one of the really early on CrossFit gyms out there. And, obviously we're cutting large parts of the story out, but I did that from 2002 or 2003 to 2008. And then moved back here and started Wolf Brigade. I loved what we did out there at CrossFit Long Beach, but a lot of it to me kind of needed some retooling. There wasn't a lot of cohesiveness to it. It just seemed like a bunch of doing stuff for the sake of doing stuff. So when we came out here in 2008, we just kind of made it a little bit more specific. Had a little bit more of a philosophy to it, as opposed to just pick it up, put it down. And, that seems to have kind of resonated with people. It's really easy to go and get sweaty and lift something semi-heavy and not really know where it's taking you. But we like to look, ahead, so I think
Are you guys considered a CrossFit gym here?
No. So the way that works is you pay them, if you want to be called a CrossFit gym, you pay them an affiliation fee, which at this point is gigantic. No, absolutely. We are not a CrossFit gym. That is not an oversight or an accident.
Sure.
All it really takes, and you guys will be able to relate to this with your industry, is all it takes to become a CrossFit trainer and have the ability to open a CrossFit gym is a weekend of training that costs $1,000.
That seems.
And that's been something that's, as time goes on, gets more confusing to me. Because realistically, like, what we're doing is inherently unsafe. And so if you don't know how to articulate it properly and manage it properly, you can hurt people probably more easily than you can help them.
Sure.
So anyway, yeah, no CrossFit for us. We're actually our own brand. So our headquarters are here, but there are people all over the world participating in our program, and there's a place in Istanbul, Turkey, that actually flies the flag and is a chapter of Wolf Brigade, and there'll be more to come. So we're kind of our own brand now.
So are you writing the programs that then get passed out to these other gyms?
Yeah. So one of our biggest advantages is we post every training day for the last 7 or 8 years online, meticulously detailed. Weights are specified. There's links to the movements. It's vast. It's exhaustive. So realistically, you could go back anytime in the last 3 or 4 years and start on any given day and follow the program to the numbers, and you'll get somewhere that you're looking to go. So a lot of people just use it for free off of that, which is what it's meant for, and then people with specific goals or perceived limitations or equipment limitations or something, then they contact us directly and we customize things for them. but the main bulk of the program, both philosophically and physically, is on wolfbrigade.com. I think there's 130 something articles now, and like I said, like 7 years of daily training.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's a lot, man. It's a lot.
So you explained in your thing here that you have this Hell on Earth and War of Attrition. Is Hell on Earth like a subset of the Wolf Brigade stuff?
So it's separate. I mean, intertwined, of course, because most of it originated with me. But Hell on Earth is something that we started when I was a kid, 1995. Maybe even earlier than that, we started using that as a production company name to book hardcore. So, like, for example, it would say Hell on Earth Productions, brings you what usually ended up being a fucking skinhead riot. We could have just put that on the flyer. But we did it as a production company for a while. And then when I moved out to California, I made a lot of money for a minute. And so we made it into a clothing brand, which ended up being successful for a while. And then super misguidedly, we opened a store here. Hell on Earth store was the first floor of Love Hate Tattoo. For 3 years. I think it was 2004, 2007 or something.
That sounds familiar to me.
Yeah, it was awesome. Those guys were awesome. The place was awesome. The store was great. It was really poorly timed. We sold, records and clothes and BMX bike parts and cookies and books and all this. And it was really great, but it was at the time when everyone wanted to buy music online. So our timing was bad. But our execution was excellent. So Hell on Earth was a store and a clothing brand, and we put it on ice for a minute because we had an art director that's a fucking scumbag, drug addict that stole from my brother and I, almost put us out of business, and so we kind of sat on it for a minute, but we're bringing it back now. It was an excellent brand. We sold things in I think 14 or 15 countries to these little distributors that were just really rabid and loved what we were up to, and so we're looking forward to doing that again. But so similar but different. Similar people, but different from Wolf Brigade in the sense that it's just has nothing to really do with fitness other than a lot of the people cross over and are interested in both.
Very cool.
Yeah, and then War of Attrition is War of Attrition is just really nonfiction story time, man. A lot of weird shit has happened to me since I was a kid, and even when I was younger, I started identifying that I needed to take some notes, because the scenes I grew up in, I saw a lot of unusual things happening to people. And I could clearly identify that what was happening to me was not as crazy as what was happening to them, but it was still not normal. So I put a lot of notes down and turned a lot of them into stories. And in 1999, I don't know what year WordPress went up, but WordPress either went up in 1998 or 1999. So I got a hold of an early WordPress and just started populating those stories out. And well, this is weird and stupid, but I'll tell it anyway. When I was out in LA in 2001, maybe 2002, I made stickers and patches and stuff like that. And that was at the time when that kind of stuff really kind of hit people out there. I would put up stickers for War of Attrition with little slogans or whatever on them. And for a while, there started being a lot of traffic on the site, and I was getting a lot of emails and stuff, and it freaked me out, so I took it down. And then I was like, well, okay, moron, So put it back up in 2004, 2005, and retooled it, and now it is what it is.
Very cool. I'll have to check it out. And, we can send some people some links in gun channels or in the chat and everything. So. I know you wanted to talk a little bit about, what belt or accessories people are wearing.
Oh yes, gun stuff, great. Yeah, I'm a beginner there, man. So this is great for me.
So I know you're interested in the various parts of that. I don't think anybody can specifically hears a certain type of belt. Maybe Glenn, you can think about it as well.
I can't understand it at all.
Yeah, we can't understand you.
I'm going to mute you for 1 second. Okay, can you guys hear me better?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So we'll have to have Greg just turn his volume down slightly or pop in when he needs to. But we could talk a little bit about belts and accessories as far as concealed carry goes. I actually have had Brown Coat Tactical made me that belt that I've been wearing for a while. Right now, I've been wearing my kid's belt again.
You're back to the seat buckle belt?
Only because it's comfy and easy on, easy off.
Is that because you've had it since you were 14?
No. I do like the Brown Coat belt. My only issue, and he actually corrected this in the new one that he's making for me, it is hard to get through the loops. So they went to a new buckle, and it's supposed to be easier to transition between pants. So
I liked it. I liked the teal.
he's making me
stitching that
another
they
teal and
did,
gray and black.
and
So
it looked like a big boy belt.
yeah.
I'm not sure if I'd go teal, but all the other stuff there sounds good.
I'm a little bit more traditional. I do the leather belt with a stiffener inside of it. But you gotta have a good stiff belt for a holster.
I actually stole the one that Jeremiah gave to you.
The We the People one?
Yeah, and because I didn't have a good belt in my holsters, so Mike had this in his closet, and it was clearly too small for him. So I stole it, and I like it. It's just a leather belt, but it holds up and it looks nice.
Yeah. Sorry, Greg. Again. It was a nice belt. I like that leather belt. I really like the Brown Coat Tactical belt. The quote unquote combat or the tactical belts that people are wearing are usually lined with a small piece of Kydex to make them stiff.
Yes.
And that's sort of seems to be a big thing right now. I just got in a bunch of product from G Code holsters, G Code belt, their battle belt, and a bunch of their holsters to write a review that'll go up on the Inked Up Fighter website. And I'm actually, as a small segue, I'm going to be redoing the content of the MikeSantola.com and the Inked Up Gunfighter website. So there'll be a lot more content, a lot more reviews, and a lot more good stuff coming up. So I'm excited about that. A couple people on gun channels are saying 511 trainer belts and 511 double duty belts. I've rocked the 511 belt. The only one I ever had experience with was the plastic D-ring one, which I wasn't too happy with.
No, you gotta get the one with the metal buckle. Even it's good and stiff. It's a basic web belt looking though.
It is. I couldn't get it tight enough. That's the big benefit of the guys making belts with Cobra buckles and the extra Velcro and everything is they're easy to get and remain very tight. You know.
Well, I think a lot of it is that, that's the big thing with buying a belt online. They look good, but like until you try it on and know whether it's going to fit through the loops or I don't know, you like it, whatever, it actually holds up. It can be a risk because some of those belts are expensive.
Oh yeah. I mean, if you're not spending 60 to 80 bucks on a quote unquote gun belt or I hate to use the word tactical belt, but a belt geared towards carrying or something like that, then you're probably getting inferior quality stuff.
Yes. No, I'm not saying that you should go out and skimp on it. It's just looking online and going, okay, is this the one that I want to put the money down on?
Yeah.
Can be a little intimidating. So
I would love to like for All-Star to carry belts.
Yeah.
From good people like Brown Coat and G Code. But the problem is like you have to have a large inventory to be able to support a wide range of people.
Yeah, different sizes. You have to kind of think ahead about what people are going to want.
Sure. Greg, any other things that you want to plug or tell us about the gym? How can people get a hold of you, or if they have questions?
Well, sure. Thanks. Did I unmute myself?
Yep.
I did. Good. Especially for probably what I imagine is the community that's listening to you. I think a big kind of misperception is that there's LA Fitness style places, and then there's CrossFit, and then there's not really anything in the middle. And that's kind of where we fall. For people that actually want to learn how to train and enjoy details and like documenting progress and stuff like that. I mean, there's nothing else even remotely close to Wolf Brigade nearly anywhere, but certainly in this region. I mean, we're detailed. Glenn's been through it now, so we bring everybody in. We run through a curriculum priorities list. So we watch you move. You get to get familiar in the environment, and then you participate in the training program.
He's talked to me a couple of times about it, and telling me how much he actually really enjoys it and how it is different. Where it's not just like when you go to CrossFit, it's kind of like a free for all, but still competitive. He doesn't like that competitive thing, and he said that was different with Wolf Brigade. Yeah,
and we're pleased that there's always someone in there who's going to push you, and there's always someone that you're going to be chasing. But it's not like a win at fitness environment. I mean, so many of our people are, really training mindfully for other things. They don't care about beating you by 3 seconds at riding a stationary bike. That's always seemed silly to me, even from the very, very beginning. I mean, coming from BMX bike riding and martial arts, my goals were to be better at bike riding and better at fighting. I didn't care if I could lift 8 more pounds than the dude standing next to me.
Sure.
So we've kind of kept that mindset. We're training people for general use applications, life, and things like that. And the training is kind of the vehicle, not the destination. But anyway, so people that are kind of martial arts minded and detail minded will enjoy it with all humility. I'm one of the best kettlebell lifting instructors in the world. I'm the best mace lifting instructor in the world. And so if strange implements and unconventional strength is stuff that people are interested in, we're kind of like an undiscovered resource around here. We have a larger national and international following than we do here locally. But we welcome people to contact us and come through.
Well, that's awesome.
Put this out there. That
Turkish get up.
craziest thing I've ever seen. And no human being can actually do that. I will maintain that for the rest of my life. That's insane.
What is
Okay, I unmuted myself. You could do it. We could teach you it in 15 minutes. I swear.
I
swear.
I would crack my skull into it.
We've had 0 recorded deaths.
Yeah.
Yeah. I highly recommend everyone to look at your Instagram and look at your YouTube, because it's really interesting. You guys do some crazy stuff.
I mean, we keep small snippets on Instagram. So if the YouTube is tedious for you, go to the Instagram. You'll see some of what she's talking about. But the other thing, and she unintentionally segued into this. All of our people are normal people. I mean, the people that you're looking at on our site that now appear as standouts didn't start that way. I mean, the thoroughbred athletes that need a little tiny bit of tuning up go to CrossFit because they can excel there. Most of them don't have the patience for our program. So what we get are people that need it. They're people that don't already move well, or used to be athletic, or have a limitation, or have a real specific need or something like that. So the monsters that we make didn't start out as monsters, which is why, in my opinion, it's even more of kind of a testament to the program. But we could get you doing Turkish get-ups in a matter of, as soon as that whiskey is done.
I feel like I'd be way more pumped to accomplish a Turkish get-up than to run on a treadmill.
Okay, I accept. I accept.
The really
Let's get it happening.
Yeah, the cool thing that I've got in the gym so far is the group of people are really they're an awesome, really good group of people that are really inviting. Like I'm dragging behind most of the people in the class, but they're there cheering me on and helping me out and getting me going. And it's different than almost any other gym experience I've had. And it's really cool that you put together a group of people like that. And I've been doing it for, including the orientation, about 3 weeks now. And I don't think I've done the same workout, and I don't think I'm going to do the same workout for a year. It's just really varied and awesome.
And so to speak to environment for a second, I mean, that's self-correcting. The program has always been set up more like martial arts than fitness. You know, in a legitimate martial arts environment, no one is ever going to come in and mad dog you, or no one is ever going to come in and demean you or anything like that, because ultimately there's always someone in that room that can beat your ass. And ultimately, although everyone in there is delightful and pleasant and wonderful people, that is still the case. And that's part of how the environment stays the way it is there's just a healthy respect for the people that are in charge over there. And then as far as replication, so you haven't done the exact same sequence of movements, but you've done the same movements. Mm-hmm. And that's one thing that when people talk about constantly varied fitness, there's a value to that. There's also a devalue to that. There has to be a curriculum, or you can't ever improve. So you can't just do random shit out of a hopper forever, because then you're never going to get better at anything. You're never really going to get strong. So I mean, with us, there's a curriculum that's foundational, and then as far as like simple conditioning stuff, it's different all the time, just to keep it interesting.
It's been super fun so far.
Yeah. So maybe we'll have to get down there and do some filming and show some of the people and stuff.
We'll bring
that'd be a lot of fun, man. You guys would get a kick out of it. You'd have fun.
So once again, is it just wolfbrigadegym.com? Or
even just wolfbrigade.com is great. We bought that off some guy that had like some LARPing group a couple of years ago. He was using it as like some type of like networking for some weird shit. And I finally pinned him down and got him to get it over to us. So wolfbrigade.com.
That's hilarious.
I wish I was kidding. I'm not.
So reach out to Greg if you have some questions. And I'll meet you again real quick. But we appreciate you coming on the show, and stick around with us if you want. We're going to sort of move it along. I do want to get to Guns and Gear, and maybe Greg's got some stuff to add too once we get into Guns and Gear. But if you do have to pop off, Greg, just unmute yourself and let us know. We'll plug your stuff again.
I will. Thank you. That's nice.
Okay, cool. So let's move on to Guns and Gear for tonight. For once, we actually have some cool stuff to talk about. So
yeah, it's because you guys remembered everything.
we did. We brought some stuff home. This is something you've been playing with at work for a while. So why don't you go ahead and describe the thing you've been playing with?
It's a whole bunch of awesome. I can't.
Ooh.
Ooh, it's shiny.
It's pimp gold.
It's pimp gold. Okay. There we go. Open it like that. Then watch. Ready? Watch. It's the coolest lighter ever.
It's a plasma lighter.
It's not lighting it on fire. Stick it in there. Come on. You know how to stick it in there. There you go. Look at the fire.
So we actually, I don't know if Greg,
it stinks in here now.
Our usual listener, Greg Bauer, is listening, but
he's on Gun Channels.
Okay, so Greg came into the shop and decided he was going to stick his finger in there.
Dumb.
To see what it would do.
Literally, I can hear this through the headphones when it goes off.
Oh, it's like loud. It's like high pitched, straight into your brain shit.
It reminds me of what I think a taser should sound like.
Why
Yeah.
would you want to put that close to your face to light a cigarette?
It's like it sounds like electric nails on a chalkboard.
Yeah, it's but it does light quickly, and it's
Instantly.
USB rechargeable.
Yeah. Oh, it comes with a little thing
comes with all the
jig.
stuff, and I think it was only like $30 or
Can you
something.
see that? Do I have it like in the thing?
Yeah.
There,
Okay.
There it is. Yeah. That's nice.
So Greg stuck his finger in there, and I'm trying to. Oh, okay. So let's see if I can show you a picture of
Oh.
where it shocked his finger.
Oh.
I don't think I want to see
It's not that bad, but it messed him up.
It definitely.
Oh! It looks like he got tased.
It looks like a little vampire bit him.
A little micro tasing. So,
and then crusted over.
yeah, it like cauterized whatever instantly.
It still smells in here.
Well, because we lit fucking.
It's not still on fire, is it?
No.
Okay.
No, it's out.
Okay.
So, cool. Like for preppers and campers and shit, that's awesome for probably lighting a
Or
fire.
me.
Or you.
Me.
For something.
Yeah.
But if it's USB chargeable, you can charge it off one of those Goal Zero solar panels.
Right, and then start a fire or something fun.
I like this. How was it expensive? You got it on the Amazons?
I got it on Amazon. I want to say $20. Max.
Really?
Yeah.
That's really cool.
20 or 20.
You could engrave it.
Yeah, and
It
it's
could be a
pimp-
nice present.
It's pimp gold.
As a lady, I would like to carry this around.
No, I think for the money, it's totally. I think everybody should have one. You know, not with it. You know what? You probably wouldn't be able to light a cigar.
Well,
it's
that's
too small of an area. I bet.
upsetting.
It is.
I don't smoke a lot of cigars.
No, but if you like, that's where the butane ones
Yes,
are nice.
yes, that makes
Um,
sense. But it could be fun at parties and practical jokes.
So you need one of those and one of our Zippos.
Yeah.
So,
Because
My
why have a Bic when you can have two lighters?
Right.
exactly. So my guns and gear tonight is I just got this wallet in from Nine Line Tactical, and he made this custom for me with the inked up gunfighter
That's
logo
cool.
done right into the front of it. It's powder coated aluminum. It's got a little bit of weight to it. He sent me two. He sent me this one and a carbon fiber one. So I think the carbon fiber one I'm going to start to carry and use, and this one's going to go up on my shelf of awesome. And honestly, one of the coolest things about this wallet, I've always wanted to check one of these out, and shout out to Lee for sending me this. I'm going to do a full review on the Inked Up Gunfighter website. But one thing I want to highlight, if you can see inside there, there's like a spring. So whether you have one card or it's full, they're tight and they're not falling out.
Well, that makes sense.
You see?
Yeah. So when you have like,
So I think it's cool. In the age of tchotchkes and stuff that people buy off Instagram and at the Blade Show and all this stuff, this is actually very, very well made. I can tell some time as a machinist. I look at it and I'm like, there's definitely some time involved in making this. So Glenn seen them. I think they're cool. Off the top of my head, I don't know exactly how much they are. Let me pop onto their website real quick so I can give you guys a price.
is it,
It's called the CG1 Tactical Wallet.
does it have that protector thing where people can't?
It is
scan?
RFID because it's
That
metal. It's
Oh.
RFID protected. And it actually, you can make it lighter. Instead of having this solid outside, it comes with spacers and you can make it look like this.
Do they have any
And
in girl colors?
I think they offer all kinds of stuff. You can get it in titanium. The titanium ones start at $135. The aluminum ones, basically the cheapest one you can get from him
Does
is
it come
$54.
bedazzled?
Nope, I don't think you can get it bedazzled.
Why not?
I mean, you could bedazzle it yourself.
Ooh, I like the wood one.
The wood one's cool. It's hydro dipped. Wood grain hydro dipped.
That's cool. I want a bedazzled one.
Okay.
Is
Tell Lee you want a bedazzled one, and maybe he'll send
Lee,
you one.
Make a bedazzled. He doesn't have to send it to me. I will buy.
That's fine. He needs
a
to make it so you
bedazzled
can
one.
buy a bedazzled one.
Yes. There's a lot of guy ones on here.
So, well, yeah, I mean, that's his primary market. But anyways, he makes Nux and all kinds of cool stuff. He makes a thing called a Scully. I should send him one of our Scully patches. But he makes some good stuff. Good dude. Owner's name is Lee. Check out the website, ninelinetactical.net. I'm going to throw it over to you, Glenn or Lee. You guys got anything for Guns and Gear?
I got a new plant this week, but it's attached to my bathroom wall, so I can't really present it to you.
What kind of plant is it?
It's a staghorn fern, and it actually turned out to be 4 plants.
Wow.
So now we have 4 new babies.
You put it in your shower?
I put 2 of them in my shower and 1 right outside the shower.
They're called pups, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're giant
little babies.
They're dinosaur plants.
They're dinosaur plants. They're very old, and they will live to be very old if you put them in the right conditions.
What if you're not really good with plants?
Then I don't recommend it.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not really good with plants, are you?
Mm-mm. You know what? I kept that thing alive for a very long time. What was it?
What thing?
It was a flower. It was on the counter.
The orchid?
The orchid. A whole year. I kept that MFer. It had 3 blooms on it, and they were beautiful. And then I don't know what happened. One day it just goes, I'm done.
I think he got pissed off at you.
Yeah, and it just gave up on life.
Yeah,
It was
like,
You also got 3 orchids.
it was sick.
It makes me so sad when I see them on the clearance rack.
It's like you're like bringing like puppies home from the
That's how I feel. Like you'll be pretty again one day.
I've never heard of anyone guilt buying plants. This is a first for me.
We've got a whole wall of plants in our shower now.
We are a jungle.
It's like a rainforest shower.
Yeah, and it smells like mulch, kind of.
Glenn, what do you got for Guns and Gear?
I have my dog. I didn't bring any gear home. I just have Clover.
Clover.
And she's getting chubby because it's winter time.
I like how you make excuses for her getting chubby, not just like
part of rape culture.
Is that right?
No.
Oh.
No.
I would really like somebody to explain rape culture to me. If somebody knows what it is, like really knows what it is, because I'm sure I'm in some way violating rape culture or whatever you do to be in the wrong of rape culture.
I could just assume that you're wrong.
I don't know what it is, but is there anything you'd like me to contribute for Guns and Gear?
If you got something, absolutely.
I mean, what would you like? What would you like?
Talk about your maces. I don't think a lot of people understand how those work out.
Oh, the training ones or the ones in here for killing zombies?
Both.
Zombies! Always the zombie killers. Always the zombie killers.
The training maces are simply just heavy metal orbs on the end of a handle, and you just kind of use them. They've used them in India for hundreds of years. The wrestlers in India, who are some of the best conditioned athletes in the world, have used them almost exclusively for conditioning for hundreds of years. It's just never really gotten over here because it's kind of weird. But it's something we use a lot, and it's just a real simple tool.
Glenn, you showed me that picture of that woman, right? That was like swinging one. She was ripped.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think what you're talking about is probably a short video of a girl at the gym swinging a mace. And if it's the same one that I'm talking about, that's the heaviest mace that a woman has ever moved, ever.
Wow.
So that's cool.
Yeah, it was the Instagram video of Heather.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, no, that was some serious stuff.
And then the ones here have like spikes and stuff in them, and they're more for show. But I didn't know if anything here would be interesting to contribute for Guns and Gear. You guys let me know.
Everything's cool.
I want to see the ones with the spikes.
Let me get it.
Glenn has always said if he were in a Game of Thrones situation, the mace would be his go-to.
Okay. Now,
Yeah.
man, I liked him, and now I like him even more.
you looking for rap lyrics?
Yeah, I'm trying to find a song for Leah.
You had one up that was good.
Which one?
Let me just stick it on the air.
New best friend.
No, not that one.
Oh, I'm echoing.
We're all echoing.
See?
Keep it together, Leah.
So this is home use, not play use. But my brother got me this as a gift a while ago. This company called Ritter Steel from Philippines made it, but this is in a house filled with maybe some mean stuff. This is the meanness, I think, of the things.
That's terrifying.
It's terrifying. It's terrifying. It's super heavy. I'm tired anyway, but it's heavy, and it hangs on the wall around the corner.
That's super cool.
Nothing coming.
You gotta swing it face first.
There's no swing in this thing, man. I've thought about that a lot. I don't even want to try it.
What was the company that made it?
Ritter Steel.
And they're located where, did you say?
Oh, they make stuff in the Philippines. I'm sure you can get it all over here. He didn't go there to get it.
That's really cool. We don't have anybody like in the IG like militia that does maces.
Maces, no.
Mace is a badass weapon. Also scary.
Axes and swords and knives. But no maces yet.
Now we've seen one. Now we had one.
That is cool. I like that.
What?
You with us, Mike?
Yeah, I'm working on something.
We'll all wait patiently while you're done.
No, I'm ready to go. So,
No, what?
Leah, are you ready for Leah's raps?
No.
Why?
What'd you get for her tonight?
Oh, it's a good one.
Come on, Mike.
Hang on, I got to get the song ready to play for when you're done.
This
Okay,
is,
I'll just
couldn't you like
No, they're short.
up and wait for this rap.
not the way that Leah reads it. It's not
Shut up.
short.
Just read it.
It is really long.
She's gotta rap it. She doesn't read it.
First off, fuck your bitch. Who's me? So don't. And the click you claim West Side when we ride, come equipped with game. You claim to be a player, but I fucked your wife? Really? We bust on bad boys. People of African American descent fuck for life. Plus Puffy trying to see me weak. Hearts I rip. Biggie Smalls and Junior Mafia. Some mark ass bitches.
I like the T while she's reading.
We keep on coming while we running for your jewels. Steady gunning. Keep on busting at them fools. You know the rules. Little Caesar. Go ask your homie. He spelled Caesar wrong. How I'll leave you. Cut your young ass up. See you in pieces. Now be deceased. Little Kim. I love Little Kim. Don't fuck around with real G's. Quick to snatch your ugly ass off the streets. So fuck peace. I'll let them people of African descent know it's on for life. Don't let the West Side ride the night. Ha ha. Bad boys murdered on wax and kill. Fuck with me and get your caps peeled. You know, see. You know, see.
Any guess, Glenn?
Someone who does not like Puff Daddy. Puff.
Drake.
No, Glenn, you're in the wrong.
I have no idea.
Wrong
decade.
era. Definitely wrong decade.
Look at all the people that they talk about. So there's
It's none of them.
It's definitely none of that.
there's Biggie Smalls. There's Little Kim.
Is this Jay-Z?
No.
No.
I have no idea. Tell me.
I ain't got no motherfucker. So I fucked your bitch, you fat motherfucker. West Side.
Who doesn't like Biggie?
You know who the realest is, niggas. We bring it.
I don't know.
The click you claim. West Side, when we ride, come equipped with game. You claim to be a player, but I fucked your wife.
I've never heard this before in my entire life.
It's fuck for life. Plus, Puffy trying to see me weak.
Does that help you, Glenn?
No. Never heard that in my entire life.
Really? It's Tupac, Glenn.
Unless it was in like a Grand Theft Auto soundtrack, I probably didn't hear it.
How about this? You know this one? How about this one?
I've heard this one.
I've heard it. It exists.
Good.
I'm culturally aware of that last one.
Culturally aware. All right.
I think the old-timey teacup with the reading of the gangster rap has just made my entire evening. I just wanted to let you know.
That's
Anything else that happens, nothing can compare to that.
we've got
So nice job.
Warm. It's cold in this house.
Yeah, yeah.
It's literally our best segment on the show. Literally the best one.
Leah, I've been thinking of cutting out all of Leah's raps and making them individual videos on the Crash.
Can we do a
YouTube.
mashup of them?
That would be good.
Ah, it would be so great.
I told our dishwasher at work about it, and he informed me that basically he said, I bet you're not very good at rapping.
Oh, what does he know? Fantastic.
That was an insult, though? Dude, that was meant as an insult to you?
No, it was more like, oh, I'm sorry.
I think that if someone told me that, that would be a compliment to me. I don't think you would be a good rapper. I would reply, thank you.
Yeah, I'm probably okay. I think I'm okay with it.
Leah, did you pick out any news for tonight? Or
Well,
anything?
I had news, but Glenn kind of stole it, so.
Way to go, Glenn.
Glenn's got news tonight.
All right, we'll skip over to Glenn then. What do you got?
It was going to be me just ranting and raving. It's probably better than he stole it.
So I want to do this one. For the people in the local area, you might have seen this in the local news.
Tonight's definitely local night.
Oh, yeah. But 2 guys were arrested yesterday for second-degree assault and reckless endangerment because they were target shooting in their backyard and they didn't bother to check where the bullets were going, and they shot a guy who was mowing his lawn.
Oh my God.
They just hung paper targets. They didn't stick them to anything. They just hung them. I thought paper stops bullets.
Yeah. So kind of wanted to hit this one because you are personally responsible for every round that leaves the muzzle of your handgun, your rifle, your shotgun, anything. And these 2 guys just walked out back of their house, and the news even got up, like I got the Google maps out and like showed the trajectory. These bullets did not ricochet. They just shot a guy because they were not paying attention, and were not properly making sure there's a pile of wood or a pile of dirt or anything that their bullets were going into. And they're lucky that they didn't kill this guy because they would be charged with manslaughter.
They almost killed him.
Oh yeah, he's still in the hospital in critical condition.
Oh my gosh.
Where did he get?
I got hit in the stomach.
Oh.
Were they drunk? Sober? I mean, is that information out?
They were just 2 rednecks out in the backyard shooting their rifles.
Good God. Good God.
Yep.
Okay.
They probably sighting in their guns for deer season or something like that. But they walked out in the woods behind their house, put some paper targets up. There's a giant cornfield behind that woods, and then the house where the guy was working in his yard, and they didn't seem to think it was necessary to make sure there was a backstop.
Seems legit. Seems like bright guys.
Yeah.
I mean, unfortunately, it makes the rest of us look bad.
Exactly. This is why we get like the called rednecks and everything else, because shit like this happens.
Yeah.
So what about 4 other gun owners just drawing and quartering each of them? Does that solve anything?
Not a terrible idea, honestly. But these 2 guys, they got released on bail, and they're going to have to go and probably, luckily they only get charged with assault, which will probably get dropped down to a lesser crime. So they probably won't be felons. But they're going to have to. I mean, this guy probably going to sue them and take them for everything they're worth, as he should.
He should. This is why we can't have nice things.
Like stomachs.
Yeah. Jeez. Who needs a stomach?
Unfortunately, two guys just weren't thinking with their brains, and they. And my concern here is that someone's going to take this and run with it and try to change the rules about firing firearms on your own property out in some of the more rural towns. It's just kind of just wanted to highlight it and make sure when people shoot on their property, make sure you're doing it safely. Make sure there's some sort of backstop, or at minimum, you're shooting at a downward angle into the ground. Something.
Yeah, you'd think people would actually look into doing that. I haven't lived anywhere where I can just shoot in my backyard. So no matter what, wherever I've shot has been set up properly for it. If people are shooting in their backyard, you would think that would be an important thing to do.
Well, there were two of them too.
Yeah.
Not one of them goes, gee, yeah, is this a good idea? Is there anything behind this?
Yeah.
There might have been a hold my beer moment.
There was 100% a hold my beer moment.
You made the first mistake in choosing idiot friends.
Yes. Yeah. You're only as good as the people you surround yourself with. But it's just kind of a sad incident, and I hope the guy that's got hit is good and he makes a full recovery. It's just kind of a learning lesson for all of us. I mean, I shoot on private property. I make sure I have a good backstop, and I'm shooting at a downward angle. I'm actually going to go and expand our backstop, but
it also goes into, it is bow season right now, so don't just shoot. You can't just shoot into the woods.
Yes,
because you're going to shoot someone.
Yeah, it is active deer hunting season, so there are people in the woods. So you do need to be careful if you're hunting on shared property or abutting other people's property. You should probably know your neighbors and let them know what's going on. So just kind of a warning to everybody that shoots on private property to be safe and don't do anything stupid and make them
shoot people.
Yeah, please don't shoot people unless they deserve it, because sometimes they do.
No, that's not admissible.
Yeah, now something happens, and Glenn, this is recorded and everything.
I know, right?
Way to go, Glenn.
Well,
before Glenn incriminates himself anymore, we'll go on to Tech Corner. And your foot's on my stuff, Harry.
No, it's not.
Move your chair. Okay.
So I'm going to take this time to sheepishly admit that it's my bedtime.
Oh, all right. Well,
no, that's embarrassing.
No,
I accept.
Nope, it's all good. Well, thank you for being on the show.
Thank you, guys, and I'll meet you in person soon. Sorry about the snafu for the start today.
No,
I'll bring them all down, and you can work them all out.
For sure.
Yeah, we'll just come down. We'll play. That'd be great.
I'll take
anytime. Thanks for the time on here tonight, Glenn. I'll see you tomorrow, and the rest of you. Thank you. It was nice to meet you all.
Thank you.
Bye.
Right. Okay. Bye. Thank you.
Once again, check out his website, wolfbrigade.com or wolfbrigade.net. And we appreciate Greg coming on. And I'd like to move on a little bit to Tech Corner. I did get my iPhone 7 Plus, so I'm happy about that. It runs fast, etc. But
did you get Apple Care?
I did, because you know me, I break screens. More importantly, with these Note 7s, apparently are exploding everywhere.
That sounds like fun.
And the best part is that they recalled it, put out a new one, and those are exploding too.
Oh, they stopped production on them.
What?
Yeah, they're basically.
It's the Galaxy Note.
Yeah.
They're basically screwed with this, because the Note 7 and the replacement both is dangerous and exploding. So
they said they're not gonna fix it and re-release it. They're just gonna go to the next phone.
Yeah, they're basically donezo. So
it's probably a good idea. Cut your losses.
Absolutely. I mean, they I don't know. I like my Apple phone. I like Android too. I finally found my tablet, so I
Where
can
was it?
under a pile of paper at work.
Oh my God. Literally, he was tear-assing around here at the house the past couple of days. Where is my tablet? Have you seen my tablet? Where did it go? Did you put it under some stuff in my room?
I didn't know where my tablet was.
No.
It was at work.
Yeah.
I didn't know where my tablet was. It was in Maine.
The thing though with the S7s though is that means Samsung for the next year
7.
or is not going to have their flagship phone on the market for a year.
Well, no, the S7's fine. It's the Note 7,
Oh, the Note
larger format that's not going to be around. So
so like their 7, their plus basically.
Yeah, exactly. So their large format phone is not going to be available. So
Can you open up gun channels? I don't like not being able to see it.
oh, sorry.
Thank you. Makes me happy.
I'll put it over here for you.
Excellent.
Do you have anything for Grinds My Gears tonight? You mad, bro?
I'm always mad, but it's not like over anything like that stupid people do.
No.
Nope.
Is it rape culture?
Well, that really bothered me. Like, because I just don't know what it is.
Is it in Urban Dictionary?
Probably.
I don't know.
I don't know if that's a real definition.
Or in Wikipedia.
After we get off the show, I'll show you what rape is.
Ah.
Oh.
What'd you do?
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to wrap this baby up for tonight then.
Yeah?
Wow.
Yeah.
The Wikipedia article for rape culture is huge.
Oh.
But not very explanatory.
And apparently South Africa is bad. I'm assuming red is bad.
But yeah, that's how many people get raped. The most are in South America or South Africa. So yeah.
Except for China has no numbers.
Well, they probably don't report. Interesting. Rape is really bad. Is this Finland or Sweden? This one up here.
Finland.
Finland.
Huh. Anyway.
Okay. So we're wrapping.
No, I got to play this.
Ladies, Tara Spin.
What was that?
Hey there. Ladies, Tara spending thousands of dollars on collagen lip injections just to get those vibrant, delicious lips you've always wanted. Well, here's an easy tip. Just have 2 wasps sting you. Boom, boom. Right in the lips. And then kapow. Kim Kardashian and them be looking at you for lips for days. Can't handle all this. Totally.
That looks like it hurts.
Yeah.
Went to chase some car keys. Pow, pow. 2 yellow jacket stings in the lip later, and boom. I want some of that.
The front, like, it's so
Yeah. On fleek.
Oh my gosh, that's great.
I gotta give him props for having like the presence of mind to make a video after being stung in the face by Yellow Jackets.
Yeah. And 6.7 million views later. Oh, that's funny. All right. So upcoming events. Not a whole lot of big events coming up. It's kind of season's kind of coming to an end for guns and everything. But
No, there was a couple that you missed the ones this
I
past
did
weekend.
miss Freedom Hill Group's event.
And there was another one.
Shockwave's coming up.
Shockwave's coming up.
Yeah. I'm not gonna be able to fly out to that. There's just way too much going on. So, but this weekend we're going to a clam bake.
Yeah, I'm super excited about that.
I love clam.
Yeah. Closing the shop down a little early to do the big Italian family thing.
What time?
3.
3. Got it.
3, but Italian time 3. I'll let Mike take the reins on this one.
Come pick me up around 3-ish, and we'll go to eat food.
Why don't you just come home?
I don't want to come all the way home because we're going out that way. I gotta go to work
you have
anyways.
2 cars out
We'll just
that
leave
way.
a car at work. Who let you be on this show?
Seriously?
God.
I do everything
Turn your
around.
mic off. Yes.
Stop it. Rape culture, I think. I don't know.
I think.
Is that what you do? You just yell it? You just yell rape culture?
Rape culture, I think. I don't know.
I don't know.
Anyway, so follow us on the Twitters at Crash and Burn TV. Make sure you search on the Facebooks for Crash and Burn, our Facebook page, and Crash and Burn listeners is the group that you can join in any follow-up conversations. So SHOT Show's coming up, a lot of good stuff. I think we may go to once a week maybe now.
I think that would be good.
Yeah, start to get back into it, maybe get some more people on and everything. So follow all of us at Mike Santola, at Erica Santola, at the Hipster Gunsmith, and at Leah Naprap on the Instagrams.
Wait, did you just say SHOT Show is coming up?
Yeah, well, I only say that because now's the time you have to get your tickets. So it is sort of in everybody's mind. So
I'm not going.
I'm going to Iceland.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
And Glenn can come too.
I hope I'm going. I bought a ticket.
Should just take Erica instead, and Glenn and I can.
Yes.
That would be
What
fun.
the fuck?
We can watch. You cannot beautifully ballet across
That
glaciers.
was so cool.
That's true. And I can keep Glenn at work.
He does have a tutu, though.
He does.
So maybe he can.
We'll work on a guest for next week. I do have some people lined up over the next couple of weeks, so hopefully we'll get some more good content for all you guys. And thank you everybody for listening in, and we'll catch you guys all next week. So we're Crash and Burn, and listen to us Thursdays 9:15 p.m. See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.